Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are here for another Flosstube. So you guys are actually gonna get this like relatively soon. Normally I record everything the week before, but I didn't do that this time because I had some stuff that I knew was gonna come in on Thursday. I was actually gonna record this on I think Tuesday, but I had some stuff that was gonna come in Thursday and I wanted to wait until it got here just to kind of have it here. So that being said, it's been raining since yesterday morning and it's super cloudy outside, even though technically it should be quite sunny in here. So I do have a light on, so I just hope that it doesn't bother you guys. Also, today is, let me check the date. I always have to do this the opposite way. Where's the date? Doesn't show me right there. Hold on guys. Whoa. Friday, March 13th is today's date, and I live in New Mexico, as a lot of you know, and the whole entire state has shut down public schools. So we're kind of prepared for that, kind of not. I just hope that we have enough to get by. I was not able to load up excuse my voice. I was not able to load up like a lot of people were trying to do because it was already gone by the time I got there. Basically, as soon as this presidential speech went out, everybody hit the stores and I didn't. So I didn't have time to go, and it is what it is. Normally, I have a ton of makeup on. Not happening today. This morning, and I don't know why my voice is so froggy this morning. I think it's about a little bit before 9. But anyway, we're going to keep going. We're drinking coffee today out of my Hogwarts mug because we all went to Hogwarts, right? And we're just going to keep going. So, you know, I have some haul, and it's probably, as far as I'm aware, I have one order that I placed yesterday to fill in the gaps of some floss that I'm looking. I always look over there because my bins are over there because it helps me remember when I see. Order some floss that I have missing in projects. I've got like 5 projects that are missing like 1 floss, or 10 flosses for larger stuff like some Heaven Art Designs ones. So last night, they canceled school yesterday. I went and loaded up on what I could. Then when the kids went to bed, I came home, went through my entire stash and anything that I could possibly want to stitch for stuff that I already have fabric for. I went ahead and bought the floss, the missing floss anyway, because I've got, if you're counting my AliExpress stuff, I've probably got about 30 projects kitted, because I have about 20-ish kits from AliExpress alone, and then at least another 15 counted pieces. I'm just thinking, I almost ordered the stuff to kit up Library Fairy last night. Not Library Fairy, Easter Lily Fairy from Heaven and Art Designs, and then I thought against it because I have so many projects, and I'm really excited to start that project, but I'm thinking I'm gonna see what the end of March brings, and then if we're still receiving mail at that point, maybe I might do it order it at the first week of April, and hopefully I can get the stuff before my birthday, and maybe I'll use it as a birthday start, because that is right now one of my favorite charts that I'm just so excited to start. And I also kind of want to start the Doctor Who chart, but I have so much stuff that I have kitted that, do you guys have that problem? There's so many that you love that I just want to do them all. I have, let's see, I've been trying not to, when I first started cross stitching, I was buying like lots of counted charts that had like maybe 1 or 2 patterns that I liked or really wanted, and then I would just take the whole lot. I stopped doing that really quickly because I was getting a lot of stuff that I didn't like. And so I don't want to have a pile of stuff that I'm never gonna stitch. So since, well, let me see, I guess after I got that eBay lot that I showed you guys with all the calendars, ever since then, I've only been buying charts that I know that I can't live without. And the rest are like, I have shopping lists, not shopping lists, but wish lists at Handmade Designs. I have a wish list at 123 Stitch, because they're projects that I'd like to have, but stuff that I'm not going to die if I don't have. Did I order a chart yesterday? I know I was looking through my wish list, and I feel like I might have moved one to the cart from 123 Stitch. I don't know. But anyway, we're already 5 minutes in. You have no idea who the hell I am. My name is Amy. I'm a stay-at-home mom, kind of. I go to school full-time at the university here, and I have 3 children of my own, and I have 3 stepchildren. I've got 2 dogs, 3 cats, 1 fish, and a husband. He should be included in that because he's like a child. So I'm busy, 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 busy. I also work from home, in case you guys didn't know, and I am obsessed with crafting. Obsessively obsessed with crafting. I like sewing, cross stitching, crocheting, diamond painting, and I think that's it. So, okay. Have a list. I have a listy list, and we're gonna get started. So since my last video, I know I have a few pictures of some of these whips, so I'm gonna put those here when I get to them, because I think I have at least 2 of them of where I was before. And so I'll go ahead and put that since my last Flosstube. If I've posted anything on Instagram and you follow me there, you've probably, maybe if I post, you might see some of this stuff like in the future. I don't think I've posted on Instagram at all in the past 2 weeks, but since then, I mean, does that make sense? If I post it on Instagram, then it's giving it away before my Flosstube, because it'll be in between Flosstubes, so to speak. So you might have already seen it, but people who don't follow me on Instagram won't have seen it. Hopefully that makes sense. That was a hot mess. Why is that so crooked? Anyway, so let's get started. I know I have a picture of this. Oh snap, where's my needle? Oh. I know I have a picture of this, so I will pop that up here of what this looked last time. This is the Chopping Mall Sal from Witchy Stitcher. And this is where I am at now. I have completed Homeboy here, and what's this guy's name? Michael Myers? Is it Michael Myers? Box. And it says free knives and costume shop. Now, I had a hard time with this back stitching because it kept falling in between the stitches. And I decided to double it so that it would be more pronounced. I feel like it's just not showing up on camera at all. But in person, for the most part, I can see it. There's a few places where it kind of went in between the stitch, which is why I wanted to do the bulkier stitch in the first place. But he is done. I also backstitched the spider in 2 threads as well instead of 1 thread. So this guy is a little bit different too. I made some mistakes in his face, so I had to play it by ear. You experienced stitchers will probably see the mistakes right away. Nobody in my house stitches, and nobody that's likely going to be seeing this stitches, so they're probably not going to notice. And I also left out, he had some back stitching down here. I guess it was supposed to be like his hands, because they went up and down like this, but it's such a small space that I just decided to forego it, because I was having a really hard time getting my needle through the stitches for the back stitching in the first place, so I left it alone. Also started finishing up, I had a bunch of parked threads up here, so you can see that I started coming out on a lot of these places to finish up this. This is the dead center of the pattern, so we're almost halfway through at the top. I filled in all these letters. I think you guys might have seen the stitch with me already. If not, that's going up the day I'm filming this, and this is going up the next day, so you guys will have seen me fill in some of this stuff at that point. But yeah, I think there's a new pattern drop for this today. So this is my focus piece. I was focusing on another project last week and got almost nothing done on this. So this weekend, this and my crochet project are going to be my focus pieces. I tend to work on this when the kids are awake because I can sit on the couch with this and watch movies with them. And then once they go to bed, I come down for another hour or two and work on my crochet pieces. I can't move that anywhere. I mean, I could, but it's difficult. And then I started on the Chucky box. This is difficult. I screwed up on this banner a shit ton already, so I'm kind of winging it at this point. So it's not going to be exactly center because I messed up some pieces, so I kind of had to figure it out. There's a pillar right here too that's going to have some flowers on it that I already started on as well. And yeah, that is it. That's that. I'm super excited about this. As I get further and further and see like the progress, it's making me want to push more on it. Kind of makes me wish that I wouldn't have started the new start that I had. But no, actually, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it in the last Flosstube. It's not a new start anymore, but I spent a lot of time on it already and you guys will see it. So there is that. Where can I put you? Because somehow one of my needles went missing. I think it was the cat. Yeah, and that lives in a project bag of my own design. This is a larger one. I think this is roughly 12 by 13 or so. So it's very large because I put my whole Q-snap in here. So that's that. Next we have the Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure. I have everything sitting in front of me. This is a project that my needle went missing on. There is no needle on my needle minder. I don't know what happened to it, and it's a good thing I went and bought 2 more packs of the DMC needles. I didn't get much done on this at all. I don't know if I have a picture of where I was at before, but I only did this gray part right here because when I'm hoping that, let me move this light. I feel like it's affecting. Is that better? No. I only did this gray part here. This is like, I think, a tunnel or something from this school where they walk through. So that's it. That's all I did because I started on this and then I had some very important business phone calls. Why am I getting so many phone calls? I just got 2 in a row. I had some business phone calls come through when I was doing this and then I got very distracted, stopped, and didn't continue. So that's all I got done on this, which sucks. But he released a pattern in January and in March. So the next pattern is not going to come out until May. So I'm hoping that kind of gives me some incentive to work on this. And the next big project that I know that I want to start, I have purposely not bought the floss for it because then I know I'm not going to start it if I don't have the floss for it. So there's that. And this also lives in a large project bag that I made myself. This is the same size as the other one I just showed you, except it doesn't fit this Q-snap because this is not a Q-snap. This is a frame I made myself. My cat. This one is about 8 by 12, but with the fittings on the end, it's a slightly bigger than that. I mean, I wouldn't say a whole inch bigger, but a little bigger than the 8 by 12, but I'm actually really liking the rectangle frames. So there's that. Okay. I have a list here. Talked about that one and that one. My cat is messing with stuff. What is that big truck? I don't know. Okay. So actually, I'm going to save this one for last. Actually, I'll save both of those for last because they are new starts. So, I have the Curious Mermaid from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This is what it looks like. And I have got a ton done on this. Lots. I made a substitution, which I will show you right now when I get there. So, hold on, before I tell you, let me double check which floss it was. $9.39. So, do I have it in here? Yeah. So I can show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I got a lot of progress on it. I'll tighten that back up so you guys can see it. I got a ton of progress on this. What is going on here? Oh, it's parked. Okay. Ta-da! So I have finished the boat. At least I think I did. It looks a little odd right here, right? Let me make sure that I finished. Cat, quit scratching my boxes. You see these boxes right here? He's always scratching them. Yep, there's nothing there. I have finished the boat. The boat is done. So I finished the boat. I had to frog it twice because this corner was correct, and then some reason I miscounted here, and I had done all of this bottom part and it was over a whole stitch, and I'm working this on 20 something count. I'm working this on 28 count Jobelin. Speaking of that, I'm gonna have to go back and tell you guys what the other ones are. I'm working this on 28 count Jobelin 2/2. So when you're over one stitch, you're over 2 stitches, kind of, technically. So it looked really odd. It was a good chunk of space. So I had to frog all of this, redo it, and then coming over here, coming up this way, I stitched the wrong section here, and yeah, it was a mess. So I had to change all of that, frog it, do it again. Hopefully we're past the frogging. This is it's supposed to be a chain where an anchor comes down, and then I have done as much of the border going this way as I can. I started on a page right here. So this was where that page began, and it went all this way, and then I finished as far as I could go because my fabric hits right here, and yeah, had to stop. So that's it. I almost have a full page finish, except maybe I do have a page finish on this. Do I? Oh no. So I did some of the fish right here, and then there is some like bubbles that I haven't stitched yet because I didn't have that color yet. So now that I have that color, I can come in and fill in some of the bubbles here, and then the anchor needs to come down a little bit, and then it starts with some more fish and then some of the coral that comes up right in the middle by the anchor. That's the part that I will be starting next with all those fish and bubbles. And then that'll be it for this page because there's not a whole lot left because there's a bunch of negative space here. So you guys, I am loving this. I cannot believe that I am 20 minutes in already. So I don't know if I need to hurry. Is it gonna rain again? Oh my gosh. Or is that the storm going that? Oh, it is raining again. Wow. Hopefully this rain has some alcohol in it so it can cleanse everything. Alright, so my substitution for the border around there, you saw it was that gorgeous like dark aquamarine color, teal, Cali green. That is actually bejeweled from Classic Colorworks, and it is a slightly variegated thread. You can see the lighter, you can actually see it pretty good here. There's some lighter green here and some darker green in the center. Well, $9.39 is what's originally called for, and I was not digging this at all. And it was just by chance that I have this in another project and knew as soon as I saw it that this was going to be the replacement for the border because I like it so much better. And I feel like it just looks better. I don't think it would have looked right using the $9.39 in my opinion. So this is definitely This is actually part of my haul too, because I got this last week from Margaret at the little thread shop. So this is one of the pieces that came in there, and I ordered some more to go in there. So I don't know if I need the $9.39 in any other parts of the chart, but I'm leaving it in here just in case. So to go back a little bit real quick, let's see if I have an image for you guys. I do not. So the Harry Potter one, I'm stitching this on 18 count, 2/1. It's a piece of 18 count mystery fabric from D-Stash, so I'm not 100% sure what it is. I was originally told that it was my cat, that it was 16 count, but when I did the measurement myself, it's actually 18 count. This little guy, you guys, he responds to snaps just like a dog. He plays outside like a dog. He eats the dog food like a dog. He's genuinely a pain in the butt. And he eats the cat food still. He also has severe allergies, and we had to give him allergy medicine, which was kind of a pain in the butt, but he's also super cuddly. He plays fetch, basically. You give him a ball and he will chase it. He's super funny. Everybody absolutely loves him, even my husband, who is not a cat person. Can you see all the cat hair like flying around? Anyway, he's our newest one. We got him in December. He was four months old in December. So he is 7 months old now. He's super cute. His name is Butter. My kids named all of our pets, and all of our cats have like candy and food names. So we had Jellybean, he passed away. This is Butter, and we have Gumball, he's 5, and we have Cookie, who's 3. So yeah, you buddy need to behave. That's enough cuddles. Look at that. Can you guys see all the fur? Okay, so where is the, oops. The chopping mall is also on 18 count Ada. This specific one is actually the color Shale from Picture This Plus. It is a gorgeous, like tannish gray color, and it's perfect. I absolutely love it. I'm also considering ordering a larger piece of the same one for a chatelaine, but I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it. I don't know if they have it, because I'm gonna, that's another story. But I need a piece of 32 count. But we'll get into the chatelaine thing later. Okay, so now that I went back and told you guys that, this, oh, hold on. The fabric in here, there's also a piece of hand-dyed fabric. You guys can see some of the different colors in it. I thought this was going to be perfect for the mermaid. The original piece called for is like something sea, something from, what's the place? I can't remember what the place is, but I don't like paying a lot of money. And Sea Lily by Wychelt. I just didn't want to pay that much for it, and I already had this fabric. So this is a piece of 28 count Joblin from the Crafty Kitten. Her fabrics are amazing, but I just don't like her handling time. It took me almost 3 months to get that order. And then this is a new project bag that I made to house the 8x8 cat, the 8x8 Q-Snap. And I made this one a little bit different. It's a little squishier, and I'm actually really in love with it. So I have made several mistakes, including this zipper being at the top, but I'm gonna have to kick this guy out. It's working out, and it's the same fabric as the other one, because I just happen to have a bunch of this fabric that I got at the thrift store, and I really like it. So yeah, there's that. I will be doing a giveaway for some project bags. I just haven't made any yet, but we're gonna be home for 3 weeks. We don't plan on going anywhere other than necessary runs to the store if we absolutely need to. So I should have some time and pump out a couple project bags, and I'm hoping that I'm actually really happy with this design of this one. So I'll probably be making that size, maybe one a little smaller as well. But yeah, so you guys should be getting one soon. This video is really long. Then I had a new start. New start. I have so much fur on me now. So let me get her picture out. So I started Poor Unfortunate Souls from, it cut the logo off. I don't know why I have a problem with his charts. I have to shrink them because they don't fit on the page for some reason. This is from Cunning cross stitch, and it was a free pattern. And I'm just, anybody who gives away free patterns that's not a large company that doesn't sell other things, I'm just floored by how giving they are. Cunning cross stitch, they're also the ones that are doing the Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure, or he, I should say, and it's just, I can't even with that, like, to take, my hair is a hot mess, to dedicate so much time into making a pattern and getting the floss, doing the chart, and mad props, because it was free. So this was my start on that. So I almost finished the shell necklace that she's wearing. I'll put it back here. The thing that she traps Ariel's voice in. I just need to backstitch it, and I'll probably backstitch it and then start on her neck, or the band for the necklace. And I already had this, oh, I need to end that. This piece of fabric, why, I don't know. I probably bought it or chose it. I'm stitching this on a piece of 14 count Ada from Be Stitch Me, and I don't know the color because she didn't name it. But if you guys are dying to know, I can ask her, and this is what it looks like. It's darker than what it's showing on camera. There we go. That looks better. That's what it looks like. And I thought that this was going to be stunning for her to be on. I actually have a few pieces that would have worked for her. I have a few really gorgeous blue colors of fabric that would have also worked for her, but I wanted her to be on something a little murkier, because when it shows like the scenes in the original cartoon, her water looks a little darker and she's always in a cave. So I thought that this was going to be perfect. I might, even when I'm done stitching this, I might give it to my mom because she loves the Little Mermaid. If it's not this piece, it might be the Curious Mermaid, because like I said, she's a huge Little Mermaid fan. Oh, this is also really small. This is the center of her, but I think it was only gonna go out to like here, and I don't know why I decided to use the entire piece of fabric for her. But this is an 18 by 21 piece, and she's not even anywhere near that size. So yeah, she's probably gonna go up to maybe here, and then I'll have a little bit left over for a small project. But yeah, that's the start I got on her. Then a few days ago, and I'm stitching everything I always stitch in DMC. All of these projects I showed you were DMC, minus the one bejeweled floss that I showed you guys for the mermaid. Everything's always DMC. And then my last new start and whip right now, or at least whip that I worked on, was, so the next thing that I started is the Once Upon a Fairy Tale shelf by Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs. That is the start that I have on it. I think this is, let me check if my tablet's on. I have to edit this part out. Nope, it died. I think this is about 200 stitches maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say 150, but I feel like it's more because the other night alone I spent maybe 15 minutes on it and got like 54 stitches in that time, because I'm only doing tent stitch on this. So tent stitch is 1 over, actually, I'm doing this 2 over 1 tent on 28 count even weave, and I'm loving the coverage. It's absolutely perfect. I do have some missing spaces here that I haven't filled in yet. I don't know why I chose to start in the top corner, but I did. And yeah, that's the start of having it. I'm having a blast stitching it because it's tent stitch and it's going way faster than anything I am currently stitching. So I'm pretty happy with that. The only whip that I don't, come on, Keanu. This is a needle minder. All my needle minders, if you see a needle minder on a project, I made it. I didn't talk about them, but I made all of my needle minders. This is Keanu Reeves. And then this is also another one of the rectangle frames that I also made. And let me see, I was going to say something. I'm missing a project. It's in my car, I think. Why didn't I bring it in? I don't know why I didn't bring it in, because I brought in that one. Why would I not bring them both? That's just dumb. Anyway, I'll put a picture. I also worked on long dog samplers, death by cross stitch. I put in 60 stitches on that, maybe 100, not a whole lot, but I was working the border down mostly, and then I finished a thread going across the top. I'm gonna work a little different on that one because the border, so it has like a solid, I'll put a picture so you guys can see, but on the edges it's like a solid stitch, then it comes in, there's another solid stitch, then it comes in, and then there's this crazy ass border, and that is so fucking difficult to stitch. I think it's because I'm doing tent stitch also on that one, and I'm having a really hard time keeping track of my stitching. And so I have decided that I'm going to work it up a little bit differently. I was going this way, and it's really difficult, so now I'm going to go vertical and see if that helps. If not, I think I'm going to skip the border for now and move into something in the pattern with more solid stitching, because it's kind of like a checkerboard and it's all weird. I don't know. It's crazy. So Maynia is still a go. I have everything I need for Maynia except for my Harvest Time Witch from Prairie Schooler. If I have a picture, I'll put it here. She needs 2 flosses, so I ordered those. Electra has a floss, 3370. Is that a 1? I'm gonna have to check, because twice now I'm looking for 3370 and it doesn't exist. 123 Stitch didn't have it last night when I was looking for it, and I don't know, but I need 1 color for her. Other than that, she's completely kitted. I did not get the floss for Sugar Hill. I have some floss for Sugar Hill, but it is not fully kitted, so I'm not sure if that's going to go into the Maynia part, but that wasn't really included in my core 7 anyway. Plus I needed some Mill Hill beads that I don't have either. Let me see. Emily's House might be thrown into the mix. I have all of the special floss for her, and I thought that it was only charted in specialty floss, but it's not. Also needs some DMC, so I got the DMC for her. And then I needed 1 more floss for Temperature Tree. That's also a possibility in my Maynia. Ordered that. And then my Winchester Mansion, I started kitting that up. I haven't talked about that before, but I did start kitting that up. And I only needed 4 flosses for that. And I actually didn't even look between Emily's House to see if I needed if I had any of those flosses, but I ended up having more than half of the ones that I needed for Winchester, and I only needed to order 4 more. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, I should be good for a while. After this order from 123 Stitch, I'm going to strictly be stitching from stash, because I don't want to be getting packages every week. And, you know, who knows if my mail handler is sick or something, or, you know, I don't know how many hands it goes through once the package gets into my town and it gets to my mailbox. It happens pretty quickly, like in a day. So I'm going to be really hard stitching from stash to prevent any extra germs that we don't need. And so it is what it is. You guys saw me haul Raven Queen. I think, was it my last haul? It might have been my last Flosstube. If not, it's before that one. One of the last two Flosstubes. And I went ahead and kitted her up, and she needed, what did I do with that paper? Oh, I think she needed 2 beads. Oh, I didn't write down the beads. Anyway, I ordered the beads for her. And she needed 2 flosses that I somehow missed when I was getting all the pieces for her together. So, Running Stitch on YouTube and on Instagram has a sale coming up for #AriesSale. And I'm going to be using Raven Queen for that. It is Stitch Start and Mirabilia. And I'm going to be using the Raven Queen for that. So I went ahead and dyed a piece of fabric for that. This still needs to be pressed because it is super wrinkled, but this is the piece that I dyed. They don't look right on that side. It's not as dark as it's coming out on camera, but this is what that looks like. And I think, because it has this lighter section right here, she's got these dark gray buildings. I'll put an image here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Behind her on this side, her left side, and I'm gonna, hopefully it will fit in this area here because it's lighter. There's a lot of gray in that as well, but I thought this would be a good, I've seen a lot of people stitch her on gray, so I thought this would be a good thing for that. This is a piece of 18 count something. What did I do with the, oh, this is a piece of 18 count DMC Silver Standard Charles Craft Ada right there. I got this from Walmart. My Walmart was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I found this for $1.50 and I bought it. I should have bought more and I didn't because it was only 3. I should have bought all 3. So yeah, I need to serge the edges still, but other than that, yeah, this is what I'm going to be stitching that on. So she's pretty much kitted, other than you know, needing those couple of things. So that is that. And then let me see, I don't know if I should get into haul, because then, okay, so somebody was asking about the Super Mario piece that I started a long time. Oh, I have progress to show you on that. The Super Mario piece was actually my very first counted piece that I started, and I very quickly got very out of hand starting projects after that. And this is the piece of Ada. They were asking what size of Ada that I bought for it. So these are the long tubes of vinyl that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and this is the one that I got to work that one on, and I used almost the whole entire thing. On the short side, I had like an inch on each. There's going to be an inch on each side. I think maybe an inch and a half, top and bottom. And then the 36, I cut a strip off on that side because I didn't need the whole 36. But I ended up using that for 2 smaller projects, so that's going to work out perfectly fine as well. But yeah, somebody was asking about that, so I figured that I would show it in case I got any questions. This is the Artiste brand. I don't have any problems with the Ada from Hobby Lobby. So let me pull that out real quick. I am keeping, my chair is rolling every time. I think I got rid of the package, but you can see I put it in, this is the original one for that, because that's another piece that I bought. And I have it on a scroll frame because that's what I was stitching it on, and then now I'm just stitching it in hand until I get a little further away from the border, and then I'm going to put it in a Q-snap, or yeah, that's all I have. Q-snaps, not Q-snaps, plastic snap frames. I think I'm going to call them Amy snaps or something because I made most of them myself. But this is the progress I have on that. I finished off a blue thread that I had over here, and then I still have a blue thread here, but I'm not going to work on that right now. I put it away and came over here. Hopefully my count is correct. This is how much more blue there's going to be. And then I started working up on one of the buildings. So I'll put a picture here of what that looks like because my chart is over there. So I'll put a picture here of that, and then hopefully you can see the area that I'm talking about. It's because this particular page has all the left side of the page is almost all blue. So yeah, I'm excited to see this coming along. And I honestly really want to bust this out. The only problem is look at the space I have. It's really difficult, and I don't know what it is about this particular piece of Ada, but I am just struggling working on it right now. I don't know why. I don't know. So there is that. Do I have a needle? Yeah, I have a needle in here. I switched it too. I was using some ridiculously stupid needles that I bought. They were probably like tapestry needles when I first started because I didn't know anything about needles. But now I strictly use mostly the DMC size 28 needles unless I'm working on 14 count. Then I use some of the Joy Sunday needles. And when I'm stitching a Joy Sunday, I keep the needles that come with them because I really like them. They're pretty equivalent to the DMC 28 size. They might be a 26. They're in there, in that size range. And they're a tiny bit longer. I wanted to tell you guys also, anything that I get from Hobby Lobby or Joann's, it's mostly floss and Ada. Like, this was a new piece of Ada that I bought. I don't typically show it here. Mostly because if I go over there to get something, 95% of the time, it's floss. It's floss. And it's because I need it at that time, and then it immediately goes into my kits. And so I never show it on here because it doesn't sit in my mail bin, which is right here with all my Rit dye. It doesn't sit in there like the other items because I know that I'm going to show those to you guys because I need the floss. So I never show them here. And most of the time with the Ada and the even weave that I get from there, it's because I am going to use it at the time to kit up something with it or start something with it, or because I need to cut it for a project, and so I never save it for you guys. So like, this is a piece that I bought in this time because I knew I wasn't going to be starting the pieces right away. I have some more fabric in there that I picked up from Hobby Lobby that I'll show you guys right now. So I'm going to show you guys the haul first before I talk about why I bought this ginormous piece of Ada. So haul, we're going to do I'm just going to move it over here so that I have it. And then I also got, yesterday I purchased these 2 Rit dyes from Walmart because they had them. And I have several pieces of even weave that I'd probably like to try dyeing. That would be equivalent to 14 count. So I probably have a couple small projects that I could use them on. And I'd also just like to have them, especially with everything that's going on right now. And I think I got 2 more at Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby and Walmart don't carry the same colors, and well, except for like black and gray, they both have those, and blue. But the Walmart ones are $2.98 and the Hobby Lobby ones are $4.50. So you might want to check your Walmart first. So haul. I got this off of Stash and Loading. It is just a piece of 25 count Lugana that she did not mark. This is a weird, oh, she cut the zipper off. Why? I don't know. This is a piece of 25 count Lugana that she was selling for $8 with shipping. So this has 3 stamps on it, so $1.50. So I paid $6.50 for this. And it's a good size. I like it. I think this is a perfect size for one of the minis I have of a head. So I might measure it and see. I don't remember the measurement that it was, but I even forgot what count it was. But luckily she put it on the invoice, and it's a piece 25 count Lugana. So $8, you can't beat that. You really can't. So yeah, I'm gonna measure this for one of the minis that I have. I'm not gonna put it back in that bag because that tape is gonna really piss me off, but I'm gonna keep it in the envelope that she sent me. And if I showed you guys my address right now, you probably already saw a little emoji on the envelope, because the last couple of things I ordered I sent to my house. Oops. Okay. Did I get anything else off of Stash Unloading? Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that yet. Then, for the stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby, I got another pack of, or another bundle of the 28 count even weave, because currently this is my favorite fabric to stitch Heaven and Earth design charts on. And I have several Heaven and Earth design charts that I would like to start. So yeah, there's that. And I bought this with the intention of kitting up one of them, but I bought this several days ago before everything happened that happened yesterday as far as the schools and stuff. So this is probably just going to go put away for now until I feel comfortable kitting that up or ordering the floss for it. And then I got another piece of 28 count even weave, but I got light blue, and it's a 15 by 18. If you guys remember, a couple of Flosstubes ago, I bought a piece of blue 14 count Ada, also the Artiste brand, that was like blue with white modeling, and it was going to be perfect for my Stitchin' Mommy temperature piece. But I couldn't remember the size of the chart, and I just grabbed it because it was like $5, and I could always use it for something else. $5 isn't going to put me out. And it ended up being too short on one end. It wasn't going to fit the project. So I was looking, and I just couldn't decide what I wanted to stitch that piece on. And I don't know. I didn't want to dye anything because I'm still experimenting with dyeing, and I just didn't want to take that chance with all the colors. So I figured I just can't go wrong with a piece of light blue. I got 28 count because they didn't have anything big enough in 14 count. So this is going to be stitched over 2, but that's completely okay. So that's going to be for that. And I'm missing 1 floss for that piece to start. Other than that, it's ready to go. I could probably start it now, which I will probably start working on the base relatively soon because we're already in March and I haven't started it at all. I never even wrote down any of my February temperatures, so I need to go and write those down. And then I got an order from Margaret from the Little Thread Shop. I told you guys earlier, I showed you guys one of the Bejeweled classic colorworks that I got. I ordered another 2 skeins of that just in case I needed another skein for the mermaid. And this is what it looks like. You can see the variegation is dark on this side, lighter on this side. Love it. That's one of my favorite colors that I've seen from them. And then also Gentle Arts codes are kind of weird, and they have a 1120 and a 0112, so they can kind of be mixed up. So when I was kitting up and double checking that I had all the flosses for, I think it was it Emily's house, I got the 0112 and I was supposed to get the 1120. That's probably confusing. If you don't understand, don't worry about it, but it was a completely opposite color, and this was the one that I needed for it. It was cherry bark, so I went ahead and got that. And then because I plan on taking out some of the animals that they have on the bottom, you need kind of a lot of the endive floss, so I went ahead and ordered an extra skein of that so that I would have enough to, oh, it's tangled up down there, so that I would have enough to stitch through the animals. I might have to leave a couple of them on there. I'll probably leave the flowers because I don't know if this is gonna still be enough with the 2 skeins, so I got another one of those to get me through that. Oh, so these are both Gentle Art threads, and then this is the Classic Colorworks. So yeah, got those. These will go in their respective containers, and she always sends them in the cutest Ziploc bags. That stuff needs to go kitted up. Then I put these aside because I want to show you guys. These are all the pages that I have done in the Witchy Stitcher chopping mall. All the pages I have done. This is the 1 square that I completed. So yeah, Michael Myers. And the dude, I can never remember his name because I don't watch those movies. I'm not a big fan of those movies. Yeah, that's a stack of charts that I have done for that. That's gonna go put away. Talk about those. Okay. Then I had 2 orders from Bestitch Me for the past 2 weeks for Friday Night Fight Night. So 2 weeks ago, she did Friday Night Fight Night. And I got 1 fabric because I was late and I missed all the fabric that I wanted because I was like an hour late because what were we doing? I can't remember what my husband and I were doing that I completely over my head. So I was late for that, didn't get to claim. And then she was also, that was the same week she did all those pattern destashes, claimed a pattern on that. And then it was also Fabric of the Month. So I got Fabric of the Month. And then the Fabric of the Month orders go out a little bit later than if you just order from the Fight Night. So the next week came and it was Friday Night Fight Night again. And I claimed 2 pieces on that as well. And I just took too long to think about the ones that I wanted and still missed out on a bunch of them, but it's okay. Because I got a really great price on one of the opal pieces that I got. It was only $14. And that to me is a really good price for a piece of hand-dyed opal fabric. All of it is Ada. Okay, so we'll start with the pattern so I could get this out of the way. She was destashing Murky Manor, which is a Glendon place, and it was designed by Cheryl A. Granda. And this is what it looks like. This has been on my wish list for a very long time. She actually had a bunch of patterns that were on my wish list. I was very early to the thing, but I'm trying really hard not to spend a whole ton of money. And so I decided, I kind of went back and forth as quickly as I could and just went with the one that I wanted the most out of the ones that she had anyway. And this is the one that I picked. So Murky Manor by Glendon Place. There's several Glendon Place Halloween pieces, like a lot, that I would like to have, but this is the first one that I got. And you guys, it calls for a lot of floss too. I cannot believe how much floss it calls for. Plus 3 Crimix, 1 Karen Wildflowers, and 2 Mill Hill beads. So one of the 16 count pieces that I got was Storm. It's 18 by 21. I'm not gonna open all of these. I don't feel like I need to. This is freaking gorgeous, and I honestly think that I ordered this to be for my Raven Queen. But, man, I don't know. I just don't know. Because I have this, but then I dyed this. And see, that's the problem that I have is that when you're claiming in albums, it's so hard to go back and find your claims. Even if you type your name into the search bar, sometimes it doesn't come up. And then sometimes, like, it comes up all mixed up and you still have to sort through it. So I'm gonna have to do a floss toss. They looked pretty good on this one already. I'm going to do a floss toss and see which one works. I feel like this is going to be good for, I don't know, because a lot of lighter color. There's a couple dark light grays and a couple dark grays, so we'll see. I'm getting a bunch of messages about school saying that we have an extra week, but that doesn't work for me because my kids got 3 weeks off. One of those weeks being spring break, so that still leaves 2 weeks, and if I'm only getting 1 week off of school, what the fuck am I gonna do for the other week? Okay. I also got a piece of Huntress 18 by 21 18 count Ada, which is a gorgeous opalescent green color. It's like a greenish gray. I feel like they're coming out pretty true on camera right now, and it's gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. That's what that looks like. There's not a whole lot of modeling in this one, but I think this is probably gonna be a good piece for some more bewitching pixies when I get more, because I have 2 right now. 18 count. I'm gonna have to look at what I have for the other 2. I might swap out one of them to put it on this because I like that. And then I got a 14 by 18, so it's a slightly smaller piece, but it's still good size. This is the one that I got for $14. It's an Opal Ada Night Sky in 18 count. What, you guys? Not a lot of modeling in this one either. Yeah, there's some, but it's freaking gorgeous. That's spot on right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm gonna put on here, but this is beautiful. I have a really nice piece already set aside for the Winchester Mansion, but I feel like this might be good too. I'm just not sure about the opal. I think it might be too much for that pattern, because I kind of wanted a dark blue like this. And then I got my fabric of the month, which is Atlantis, and it's also gorgeous. A piece of 18 by 21. So I gotta cover this part because it has my coupon code for another order, because she gives you a coupon code every month. When you do fabric of the month, you get a coupon code every single month to order more. So yeah, you can see some of these blues here, and then it's like a teal turquoise color. Still super fun and gorgeous. Yeah, every month you get a discount code to order, and then every week at her Friday Night Fight Night you still have a discount, so you just discounts galore. I love Be Stitch Me's fabrics so much. If you guys haven't ordered from Be Stitch Me, you need to order from Be Stitch Me. I have been informed that, so my kids got 3 weeks off. One of the middle week is spring break week. So this coming week they were supposed to go to school, they're off spring break, and then they're off another week because of this whole situation. Well, my school, we have the same spring break because they coordinate with the public schools to have the same spring break canceled the first week. So now I just have to worry about the 3rd week, which is stupid. I don't know why they wouldn't coordinate with the schools regarding that, because I'm still going to be exposing my kids. Like, anyway, get off of that tangent now. Another Be Stitch Me pattern. Ugh, I can't even think now. Witchy Stitcher pattern. So she has done 2 stitch alongs, and the Chopping Mall was her second one. Bought it the day it was released, and then now that I'm like chugging along and halfway-ish done with it, and I joined her group. Oh my god, you guys, okay, first you have to like Halloween patterns. If you're not into that, don't pay attention to this bit because you won't like any of it. Anyway, join her group. The people are amazing in that group. Okay, so I bought a pattern from her, and I got let me open it, the Universal Monster stitch along. So this was the first stitch along that she did, and it's called the Universal Monster Stitch Along. Now there's a couple different versions that come when you download it, because the moon is different. She has 2 different moons that you can do. I downloaded the pattern for the blood moon. However, okay, I'm going to insert a picture of what prompted me to get this so quickly. I'm going to put it somewhere. Look at that beast. Oh my god, you guys, I freaking love it. So the center is this. That's her actual pattern, what she charted for, 9 of the rooms. But some people took it upon themselves to chart up the size and do even more, and all of those extras are free in the group. You guys, give me all the things, because like I was talking earlier about Stuart and how the stuff is for free, and it's just, I'm in awe at these people, because I paid, I think it's $16.31 for this. Not bad. Not bad, because you get the frame and you get each of these 9 boxes in the pattern. This is the kind of stitch along that I like. A stitch along that we can all afford, and we're not spending $6 or $7 on each freaking box. That was my whole problem with the Christmas Village one, and why I didn't get the whole chart at once, because it's expensive. Why do we have to pay $80 for a pattern? It's ridiculous. So, you guys, I hope that she continues doing this, and I honestly just hope that I can finish chopping them all and have a good dent in this before she comes out with another one. Because when the Universal Monster Cell finished, I don't know how quickly after she came out with the chopping mall, I found her right before the chopping mall was being released. And so I don't have any other patterns from her. Not that I don't like them, because I do. I love a ton of them. But like I said, I'm really trying to rein in on this stuff. And I have a ton of Halloween patterns already as it is. So I'm holding out just for these 2 right now. So I almost purchased all of the floss for this last night. I do have, so, okay, this is part of the chart, right? No, this is the whole chart. This includes her frame, her original 9 boxes, and then 4, is it 4 more or 6 more? I don't know if it was 15 or 13. I think it's 13. 4 more charts to complete the sides, and then the frame to extend the frame out, and then also to add in some trees. If you look at the picture, I'll post it again, of the original image that I said I must do this. I have everything in this pattern, and half of it was free because people in that group are just freaking amazing. So this is how many pages it is. This thing only holds 25 pages, and there's more than 25 pages in here. So what I was trying to say was there's also another chart in the group for an Oogie Boogie Moon. I haven't decided yet if I want to do Oogie Boogie or if I want to do the Blood Moon, because Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite animated movie. Is it animated? Is it considered animated? I mean, right? I don't know. Clay? It's my favorite movie from Tim Burton ever, hands down. Since I was a kid, it's my favorite movie. So I really, I love the Blood Moon so much. But the Oogie Boogie Moon, it's even better. I'm going to show you guys one of the other patterns that I absolutely love in here that you probably didn't notice in this screenshot that I showed you. You guys, this is no freaking joke. It's even got Gomez and Morticia. And I love Addams Family. Addams Family is another one of my favorite movies. Let me see. And I like that it's a completely different set of monsters from the shopping mall. The shopping mall, I like that it's mostly like human killers, you know, like Michael Myers and Freddy. I'm looking for my favorite chart. I'm gonna have to show you from back here. Do you guys know who that is? It's Sam and Dean Winchester. Oh my gosh. This is a free chart in the group. I don't want to show you guys up close because I want to give credit where credit is due. The lady who charted it is Alicia Brandt. You guys, they're so, it just, I'm floored with how big this chart is. I thought that my shopping mall one was big. This is bigger. And seriously contemplating ordering the floss for this because this is the floss list that I wrote down because I'm making a few changes. The check marks are the ones that I have, and then the others are the ones that I don't have. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 colors that I'm also thinking of getting a silk as well, because one of the rooms is a mummy and he's got a sarcophagus there, and Egyptian sarcophagi are normally like really extravagant. That's what I was looking for. Or yeah, extravagant. And so I thought about stitching the sarcophagus in silk only, so that it's got that oomph and that shine, and it just sticks out in that room. And so I need to find silk replacements for that, maybe, and then go from there and then get the rest of the DMC. I don't know why I didn't add the DMC to my order, to be completely honest, because I placed the order with 123 Stitch already. You know what? I think I'm going to email them and ask them if I could add these, because it's not going to be that much. So there's that. Okay. Rant over. That stuff's going to fall over. Okay, so my coffee's getting cold. I need to drink it. If you guys follow me, some of you guys follow me on Facebook, are friends with me on Facebook, and follow me in the Heaven and Earth Designs group. Not follow me, but if you're friends with me, then you'll have seen that I posted. And I'll put a picture here. I got all of my floss in for Autumn Magic by Randall Spangler. And I already have a piece of 25 count Lugana in my stash that I was going to dye. Decided I'm not going to dye it because I'm going to use it for Autumn Magic. So that's what that looks like. I don't know what size this is because it didn't come labeled when I bought it from 123 Stitch. You guys saw my haul. I was really irritated with that. I'll have to look it up on 123. Did I get it from 123 Stitch, or was it everything cross stitch? Now I don't know. I'm gonna have to check and see where I got this from so I can see what size it is, because I know it's not gonna be this big. This is how wide it is. So it's very wide. I don't think it's gonna be this big because I didn't get a mini because I didn't feel like it looked right in the mini. But all my floss came in for that, and for some reason, somehow I missed one. So I'm missing one floss, and I didn't order it because I need to see if it's a double or not, what it is, because if it's a duplicate, I'm gonna have to order it from AliExpress. I'm just gonna have to wait because I don't want anything coming in that's imported. So anyway, I was talking about Facebook because I posted a picture of this on Facebook and everybody was impressed. You guys, I got so much positive feedback on that post. I think it has like almost 400 likes, which I was not expecting. Oh, you guys, the floss from, I ordered this from Joy Sunday. They don't really sell their floss, but I have ordered so many Joy Sunday kits. I've got probably 95% of my stamped pieces are all from Joy Sunday. And I love stitching with their floss so much, so I asked them if they could put together an order for me, and they did. And it came on 5 floss cards. And then this one, I actually ordered, how many? 5 flosses to start kitting up Emerald City Sal. It's not a Sal. Emerald City from Owl Forest Embroidery. So when things start going okay again, I don't have any fabric for that anyway. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I'll have to order the rest of that floss from Joy Sunday as well, which I probably won't be doing until the summer. Just because I don't know how imports are going from China right now. I know things were stopped for a long time. But anyway, I just want to show you guys all the floss that I received. I got this about a week and a half ago. And I know my last Flosstube was last week, but that Flosstube was filmed earlier than it was posted. So look at this pretty blue right here, this tail, and then look at all the 310. All this and all this is 310. I'm not sure where 310 goes into that pattern. I don't remember ordering that much 310, but apparently I did. And it's called for. But, yeah, you guys. It came in this really pretty bag, so I'm going to just put it aside and put it back another time. But look at this. And I love that I don't have to unwind this and put it on my thing. Joy Sunday floss is, it reminds me a lot of classic Colorworks, the way that it feels and the way that it stitches, because to me, in my opinion, it's so much smoother than regular DMC, and that's why I wanted to order from them. I don't know why. I'll put a link below to the listing that she gave me. It's not like private or anything, but it's just like they have like one listing in comparison to the thousands of cross stitch pieces that they have on there. Look at that blue. Where'd you go? There we go. Dang, that's pretty. What shade is that? 38, 42, and 820, of course. It's 820. No, it's 38, 42. So yeah, the reason that you want to order, if you're gonna kit up a piece from them, you want to get all of it. So if it calls for 2 skeins, or in this case, if it calls for 10, however many this is, you want to get them all at once because of different dye lots. I've made that mistake before where I only got a few to start, and then I placed another order, and I got them in and the dye lots didn't match. I showed you guys way early in my cross stitch videos that happening. Don't do that. And don't mix them with DMC. The only way I would ever mix them with DMC is if there was only 1 skein called for, and I wasn't mixing it with, like, what's this right here? 3787. It called for 2. I wouldn't have ordered 1 and then waited till I ran out and then went and got 1 DMC somewhere else, because chances are the dye lots aren't going to match. And that even happens with DMC. If you need a bunch of one color for one chart, I highly recommend getting it all at once, because somebody's calling me and I don't know who that is. Highly recommend getting it all at once, because you might get it in and the dye lot doesn't match. So I spent way too long talking about that, but that's that. Okay, next thing up. I found this on D-Stash, purchased it, not realizing my mistake. I was trying to, I don't know the word, I was trying to order off a D-Stash, and I thought that this was going to be the best way to go. And when I saw that she listed these, I immediately jumped on it. Don't do it, because I can't read the chart. So I talked about it early in the video. I mentioned that I obtained a chatelaine. I got Medieval Town, Mandala, or Mandala, however you say it. I know there's a glare. That's what it looks like. It's freaking gorgeous. I absolutely love it. This particular chart is not charted. in DMC. It's charted in needlepoint silk, Karen water lilies, Glorianas, thread gatherers, petite treasure braid, and a bunch of beads. So if I kit this up myself, where's, oh, I didn't write the whole dollar amount. If I, what the hell? Oh, my neighbor's tree is like, leaves are falling off, and it honestly looked like it was snowing. If I kitted up myself, I was gonna save $60, I think it was $60 to $80, depending on what sale Margaret from the thread shop would be having that month, because her prices change. So I went based off of the March sale, and it was going to be $65 or something like that. But if I would have ordered it last month, it would have been closer to $80. It just depends on what she has on sale. So I haven't ordered anything for it because I needed to order the bead pack from European Cross Stitch Company, I think it's called, and I don't know where they're located. And I know that a lot of imported, or travel, I should say, I think I made a mistake earlier and said that imported goods weren't coming in. We're not traveling, but imports are allowed in. I just don't know how it's working. I don't know if there's a quarantine period. So I decided to just wait on it and see, which is a good thing because I honestly don't know if I'm going to start this chart or not. I absolutely love it, but I'm going to have to buy it again. And I bought it because I thought, oh great, like I can get this, I can print myself a working copy, put this away. I probably saved $6 or $7 buying this on DStash, and to be completely honest, it was not worth it at all. So I don't know, I feel like indifferent about it. Sorry if you can hear that car starting. It's my son leaving to work. I got so caught up in I need a chatelaine now that I saw this on DStash and thought, oh my god, I can save $7 freaking and I'm gonna get it. But I wasn't educated enough in the process of how her charts worked, and they're in black and white and incredibly difficult to read, the black and white version. Oh, I need to let my dogs out. Let themselves out. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys a small section of the chart to tell you what I mean. And I thought, you know what? I posted about it in the group and I was like, oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Like now I have to go buy the chart again because, oh, I got something in my eye. If you buy the digital download, oh my god, I have something in my eye and it hurts. If you buy the digital download, you get the black and white copy and the color copy. But so I thought I'll just wing it. Like I downloaded one of these off of I don't know if I got this off of her website, or somebody has a website, and I'll leave it in the description box, that any of the chatelaines that have been worked on, they have up close images of most of like the pattern of the stitched piece. And so I thought I can just go on there, use that as a reference. No. So I thought, well, I can come on here and hopefully be able to guess what colors they are. It's just not a good way to go about doing the chart. So I went to the middle and I gathered like everything that I thought I was gonna need for the center. Let me find the pieces for the center of the chart, and I thought, okay, like I'll do that. I might cut this part out while I'm trying to get you guys focused because I just want to show you a small snippet of what it looks like. I just want to show you a small piece right here. So I'm going to cover up this side right here. Like, what the heck is that? Can you guys see that? Like, I can't even figure out what that is. And I'm like, It's because it's got a symbol underneath and then it has a back stitching over it. And so I was trying to figure it out, and everybody's like, oh, Martina's instructions are really great. Just read her instructions and you'll know what she's talking about. And she does give good instructions. There's a one page, 2 page, 3 full pages of instructions. But like it says, and I'm going to show you guys, it says things like in the flower beds. What flower beds? Is it like every flower bed? Is it this? Is it these? Is it in here? It doesn't say like in the flower beds in the center of the chart, or in the flower beds in the corners. It doesn't say that. So it's kind of like, what does it mean? And then it says, next square to left and right of corner square. This is to mean, see? Next square to left and right of corner square. Honestly, I don't know where that is. Flower bed, and then it says the flower beds, and then below that, flower bed in corners, which I'm assuming is these 4, or is it these? Because these are corners. Is it talking about the center, or is it talking about the whole pattern? I don't know. I don't do good with 3 pages of instructions for a chart. I really need the visual thing. And then I don't know. She recommends starting obviously at the very center. So you start here and you do this center motif, and then you work the flower beds based off of the steps that she gives. And I'm assuming that these center ones are the ones that she's talking about. And then to the left and right, I'm assuming it's these. There's 1, 2 on each column, or 2 on each row. There's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. I'm assuming she means those, and I'm assuming that she means these is the corner squares as well. And then these butterflies, she talks about those are the only butterflies in the chart, so they're not hard to see. So she recommends doing this whole center part first and working your way out, doing the whole entire thing, then doing the beads last before you move on to everything else. See? I don't know if these are supposed to be water. I'm assuming this is like water, and I don't know. I just super frustrated with that. So I have it in here, and I think that when all of this is over with, I'm going to order the digital chart and do it that way. So I have this one already, and then I'm even considering, because I have this one and the Egypt garden, I think it's called, that I also want to do. And so I'm contemplating, since I have to buy the digital download anyway, do I want to start this one first, or do I want to start the Egyptian garden first? So I don't know. I love both patterns equally. They're both absolutely gorgeous, but the Egypt garden is about $100 less than this one is. I can kit up the Egypt garden for about $180, not including the chart. And this one I can't. This one's gonna cost, actually no, I think it was less than that. I don't know if I don't think I saved the paper, but I think for everything, for Egypt Garden, it was going to be around 150, and this one was going to be closer to 200 to kit up, with the fabric and the bead pack, because the bead pack's a little more, probably, I don't know how it works actually, because I know nothing about beads. So I wanted to order the beads from the European Cross Stitch Company, I think it's called. I'll have their link below too. There they have all the chatelaines, at least I think they have all of them. You can get the whole, you can order the whole thing together. She doesn't sell you the chart. You have to get the chart directly from the chatelaine website itself, which I'll put that below as well. And then you go to the European Cross Stitch and you can get, you can choose to order the full kit with fabric. You can get the full kit, no fabric. And then you can get just the bead pack. And then you can, on some of them where required, you can get the full kit without the silks. Like for the medieval town, it uses over 20 skeins of silk. You can choose to not get the silk if you want to substitute those for DMC, because she does give a DMC conversion. And on the chatelaine website, you can download these for free, which is the material lists for every chart on there. And so this is what she charts it in. These are for the NPIs, and then she gives DMC recommendations, but then she'll tell you here, like on this specific one, she highly recommends 2 of the DMCs. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the silks. She says that there is not appropriate color matching options for those ones, and to still use the silk if you want the best effect. She actually, if you read her, she always has like disclaimers and stuff on there. She highly recommends not changing any of the colors. That if you're going to the extremes to buy a chatelaine and work on a chatelaine, that if you want it to look as extravagant as hers look and as she charted it to be, you need to follow what she charts them for. Which, what can you do? I didn't want it to look that good, so I don't know, I'm just so torn on it. But I need to wrap this up. This is way too freaking long. It's way over an hour. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to cut out. Probably not that much. I didn't even show you guys. So I came back to the 18 count Ada that I purchased. I started dyeing a piece of fabric for the Universal Monsters Stitch Along, which is the first Witchy Stitcher one. And we learned by trial and error this needs to be pressed. But this I had dyed with gray first, a darker gray, and I didn't know how to set it, so I let it sit for a bit, and then I decided to go in with the blue because I wanted gray, blue, and purple, and hardly any of the gray stayed. Just this corner. You can tell this corner looks a little odd. You can see some of the gray in here, and none of the rest of the gray stayed. So I've been looking up some stuff. I'm gonna set this, I'm gonna give this a salt bath, and then wait for it to dry again. Then I'm gonna go in with the purple. I'm gonna put this in a really small container because I don't want a lot of the I don't want a lot of purple because I'm going to use like a darker color. I didn't even want this much blue. I wanted it, the prominent color, to be gray. It didn't happen because when I put the blue in, because my gray wasn't set, the blue took over. I'm going to set this, go in with some purple, and then I don't know if I'm going to do the gray first or the purple, because I'd still really like there to be some gray in here. I was even thinking of doing black, so I'm not sure. So this is going to get done today, I think. And that is it, you guys. I really need to wrap this up. I'm sorry that I kept you here for so long if you bothered to watch it this far. Thank you guys for coming. I also want to do another giveaway. All the giveaway orders are going to go out today. I have 3 to send, and I have a bunch of shit to catch up on. So we're going to give away Hello Summer from Plum Street Samplers. So this, you just want to say the keyword I'm going to be looking for is summer. So you can tell me what your favorite thing about summer is, or you can just say that you want to stitch the summer. This is, it has a little bit of marks on it, but yeah, we're gonna do summer. So there you guys have it. Obviously I'm not gonna show you guys a chart. I have not used this. It is cute though, and I really like, she has like Hello Fall or Hello Autumn and Hello Spring that I know of, so they're cute. Oh, my cat, did you guys see him or no when he jumped? I really like the fall one, but I kind of feel like if I do something like that, then I need all of the seasons. I don't like decorating for summer. I don't decorate for 4th of July. I don't decorate for spring. Just not my thing. So yeah, there you guys have it. My phone is gonna quit. I already got the notification that it was at 5% about 7 minutes ago. So there it is, keyword summer, and I will draw the winner for this in the next Flosstube video. Yep. All right, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna see how much of the video I can cut down because I know it's way too fucking long. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.